Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time we finished up everything in the Kitchen Dome and confronted Bowser Jr. and his airship armada. In this episode, we're gonna make our way into Rosalina's bedroom. Hear that, Toad? I'm going to the bedroom. Specifically, Rosalina's bedroom. Yeah, I know I have Peach to look forward to, but Rosalina's bedroom is open. That sounds like a magical place. And she's letting me in. Stop looking at me like I'm a weirdo. I'm not the weirdo, you're the weirdo. I'm just gonna go. Let's just go. I feel like we made things awkward. Let's just see what's in store for us in this next dome of ours. This is the bedroom. Kind of a small looking bedroom, if you ask me. Well, let's see what's inside. Enemy base spotted! We're detecting massive energy spikes. What are they doing there? Or importantly, why are you in here? I don't think this is your bedroom. I think it's this Rosalina's. Well, looks like Luigi definitely was shafted again. Well, for now, let's just make our way into our galaxy here. So, jumping in, we got our first galaxy on requiring 24 power stars to gain access to. It's Gusty Garden Galaxy. Let's go ahead and fly to it. So, jumping in, our first star here in Gusty Garden is Bunnies in the Wind. Jumping into things, our overhead shows a lot of planetoids just kind of broken up by just a small little gap, hence why there's some wind letting us travel from planetoid to planetoid. But welcome to Gusty Garden Galaxy. With Floaty Fluff, you can shake a Joy-Con or press the Y button to fly higher. But only up to 3 times. Boing! Interesting transportation type. Want to get down during the ride, just press B. Boing! Well, we got an interesting set of transportation tools here that we can go ahead and use to go between little planetoids, and we'll be using those floaty fluffs here in just a second, which are essentially glorified dandelions when you really think about it in the real world. I just want to grab me some extra star bits down below. Now spinning next to one of these makeshift dandelions, we can go ahead and fly around, and as those magical bunnies said, we get up to 3 twirls here by just shaking the Joy-Cons or pressing the Y button to spin here as Luigi. And by doing that, we can get some extra height, which will be good for also traversing large distances, which can be really good for crossing huge gaps here in Gusty Garden. Down here, we got ourselves some star bits and crystals, but we also got ourselves a warp pipe here. Going to this warp pipe, take you into a little secret area here, small little room, not much in it. If I hit this question mark coin, get ourselves a bunch of extra star bits here, so nothing really major in this area, but if you want the extra star bits, it's worth it. You ignore these Monty Moles with the wrenches. Seems like a bad time if I try to confront any of them in combat. So let's grab our floaty fluff here and continue flying to the next planetoid. Hitting a question mark coin on the way to give us some extra star bits, which is pretty nice. And here we got ourselves a creature holding a bunch of star bits. Haven't seen one of those in a while, so whenever you see footprints on the ground, you want to chase after them because there'll be a little hidden bag enemy. You defeat him, and you get yourself a bunch of star bits. Here we got ourselves a vine that we can just go ahead and use to get to the other side here, which is kind of where we started. That didn't really help us too much on that front. Let's kick this piranha plant here and see what the sign has to say. If you get lost, try going to the other side of the planet. I mean, that's kind of common knowledge at this point for us, but thanks for the hint. Gonna go ahead and use this vine that spawned from the piranha plant to grab ourselves an extra life, and grabbing onto the other vine we spawned from underneath the planet. Nice tip to know about this planet though is you kind of want that under vine before you get that extra life from the vine that has the piranha plant, because if you don't, it could just drop you into the bottomless pit area. You'll just go straight down into the void and die. So just be careful trying to get that extra life. May not be fully worth it. Here, I'm gonna just stomp on this big old piranha plant's head, using the homing stomp, making things much easier to aim. And to make progression here, we want to go to the bottom side of the planet, as there's a vine that'll take us to another planetoid. The big old piranha plant on the other planet was just for an extra life. But the one on this planet, we actually do want to kill, because this one will spawn a launch star. So let's go ahead, take this launch star, and fly over to our main objective here. This bunny. This bunny we saw in the intro cutscene on the way in the Gusty Garden Galaxy. So we want to chase after this bunny. Think you can catch me? Boiling! Oh, I know I can catch you. You get back here. Oh, that just feels like cheating. I can't go through the bushes. But you know what? You want to cheat? So can I. I have star bits. I can just shoot you with star bits like this, and it's a free catch. Okay, you got me. Here, take this power star. Boing! Don't expect to catch me so easily next time. Yeah, with the power star bits, I highly doubt that. If you just shoot that bunny with a multitude of star bits, you can catch that guy immediately. So we are good to go. We have more than enough star bits from all of our exploration in Gusty Garden. So that was a free star for us, making the first star of the galaxy now collected. So now with that done, get ourselves our totals here, save our game, and head back into Gusty Garden for another star. Back in Gusty Garden, our next star here is the dirty tricks of Major Burrows. Jumping in, we see a lot of the same planetoids from our first visit here in Gusty Garden, but now we see one of these bunnies being chased by something digging in the ground. So that is our main objective. We want to get to that island where the bunny's being chased and help him out. For now, though, let's get some star bits. Got a peg here for ground pound this. It's gonna spawn some Goombas. Goomba stomp these two really quick. Pretty easy enemies to kill. And jump up here and ground pound these set of platforms, which will give us a good amount of star bits here. And another peg. Hit this peg. Once again, Goombas. Really not helpful here, guys. You're not really doing much. Just kind of a waste of my time. Very easy to defeat, too. Got ourselves some floaty fluffs. Let's go ahead and spin into it. Grab this coin on the way and make sure we get enough altitude to grab the second coin. Now here I'm gonna let go because we're not gonna have enough distance here to cover with one more shake left of that floaty fluff. But coming to the underside of this planet, as remember before, Warp Pipe is here, takes us to this little secret area. This time around, the question mark coin spawns a rainbow star. Now we gotta work for our star bits. Oh no, not much of a difference though. Like, this is still pretty easy. Just run around real fast, hit these plants before your timer runs out, and you can get a lot of star bits. Get some more plants here on the underside. Don't know if I'm gonna get them all, as I wasted a little time as I bonked my head on the inside there on the pipe, but it's perfectly fine because we got ourselves a good chunk of star bits. So we'll go ahead and take what we have and get out of here. Got another question mark coin up here in the air. Hit this, spawns another one, and with this coin collected, now a bunch of star bits surrounding this planetoid. Gonna go ahead and grab all those, and unfortunately we're very much in a problematic state, but close enough to the planet that didn't matter. Here, if we ground pound when these moles are digging around near us, we will stun them and then we can attack. If you try to run up to these moles and they're just digging around in the dirt, you won't be doing any damage. In fact, you'll be damaging yourself because these guys are wearing spiky helmets, meaning that if you get close to them when they're digging around like this, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. But I do like the placement of all of these platforms that you can ground pound to break open on these planetoids, because it does teach the player here in Super Luigi Galaxy that stomping down on the ground will be how you expose these moles. And as long as you're in a general vicinity of these moles, that is how the ground pound will work to push them out from dirt. So you don't have to be right next to them, thankfully. Just as long as they're close enough to you. Give it like, say, 2 to 3 feet at most. Anything further than that, and you're probably not going to stun them. Here in this launch star, it'll take us through a different planetoid here with some pole stars. So if you hit a pole star like so, then we can go ahead and use this to get ourselves some extra lives. This section here is entirely optional, but as you can see, these thorns, they hurt. And you don't have invincibility when you hit these thorns like other enemies. There are no iframes here when you hit these thorns. It acts more like you're hitting lava, strangely enough. So be very careful here with your footing. There's more than enough coins in the area where you can make some mistakes and be able to get your health back, but you don't want to be too careless in this section. But all of this is optional. You don't have to do any of this stuff here if you didn't want to. It's really just for 2 lives and some star bits, and that is it. So not really a thing I will recommend a lot of players really bother with. I want to be honest for that reason. It's just not enough here. Very careful here. Thankfully, being in the pole star bubble doesn't hurt Luigi. So if you do rub against one of the thorns, you're safe, which is very helpful. Here we got ourselves a wiggler, but if I ground pound near it to also hit this peg, I will stun him, and this peg will summon a worm to go from one apple to another. This is how we're going to get from planetoid to planetoid here, which is a nice little touch. It's just that cool little idea you always have as storybooks when you read from a kid where a worm is in an apple and it'll come out to maybe be friendly with you in some stories. Well, this worm's definitely friendly for us because he's helping us get from planets to planets. Thankfully, he's not the vicious type. If you try to eat Luigi, that'd be a little bit of a problem. Luigi doesn't want to be eaten. That doesn't sound like a fun time. I'm gonna just hit this rock here, give me some extra star bits. Hit this peg here to see what's inside. Got ourselves some beetles, but they're scared of Luigi. That's right, Luigi's the true threat. I could have left that one alone because it would have just died from the rock instead of just Luigi spinning over, but gonna hit this peg, and this is the one you actually want to hit, as that peg we just hit will make the worm go one more planetoid through to get us to our launch star. So now we can actually get out of here. You don't actually need the worm on this planet to go to where the launch star is, because with a well-timed triple jump, Luigi can just make it up here. So you don't need the worm for this. It is actually faster just to triple jump to the launch star. But hey, on your first playthrough in Super Luigi Galaxy, you're not going to know how to really do that. You may not be fully competent with Luigi's moveset and have a hard time with the gravity. So that's how we get over with the worm. Here I'm going to ground pound this peg, because one peg gave me a life shroom, so we got some extra health going into this next planet, and the other one gives us some star bits. Definitely a welcome for me. I always like more star bits. Oh, that's a big mole. I'm gonna get eaten! Not on my watch. I'm gonna go ahead, ground pound the ground, and get this big old mole to come out and spin him. Oh, he's mad. He didn't like me spinning him. So this is the boss here of Gusty Garden Galaxy, Major Burrows. Major Burrows will chase down Luigi here, but he will pop out of the ground. When he pops out of the ground, this is when you can stun him by ground pounding, and he'll run around the arena, being vulnerable to a spin attack. After our second hit, Major Burrows get really upset, and now will start coming out much faster. But when you stun him the first time, he won't be weak. In fact, you gotta ground pound a second time to get Major Burrows stunned enough for you to attack. 3 hits later, and the boss is defeated. This guy could be a little trickier first, especially anticipating when he'll come out of the dirt, so just take your time here. Thanks, you saved me! Boing, boing! That rabbit's really happy, but for now, let's grab our star and get out of here. So far, Gusty Garden hasn't really been too problematic for us. Been a very nice and chill galaxy. Very fun for us to explore around. And lots of moles. Lots and lots of moles. Let's go ahead and jump back into the galaxy once again, as we have one more star here left to collect from the main 3. So jumping back in the Gusty Gardens, our final star here on the board is Gusty Gardens Gravity Scramble. Jumping in, we can see now we have different planetoids to explore, including some question mark planets that lead to a crystallized star. So this time looks like there's more of a platforming challenge that's gonna have a lot of gravity changing. For now, I see that bag. Give me those star bits. Come here, yo. This is a really weird camera angle. I never had this guy go this far over to the planet like this before. Normally just go straight down. This guy just wanted to go straight left. That was a different experience, but hey, I finally caught it. Don't even need to actually track down these guys. It's not really needed. There are many other ways to get star bits in this game, so don't necessarily need these ones. But hey, I always like more star bits. You never have too many star bits. Especially when all these hungry Lumas get hungrier by the mission. These guys, I swear, can eat a whole planet by the time the game's over. Just to become the planet. Go ahead and grab ourselves these question mark coins, and these coins are very important for us to hit because you gotta hit all of these question mark coins in this chain just so we can get ourselves a very special reward here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab me some more star bits here before we attack this piranha. Go ahead, kick the plant out of his said hole, and here at the end, after collecting all those question mark coins, we got ourselves a rainbow star, which is very important because here in this planetoid, I see a golden chain chomp. We've known from previous missions that chain chomps cannot be destroyed unless you have the rainbow star power. So by destroying this golden chomp, we get ourselves something special. Instead of star bits, we get ourselves a power star. This here is the secret power star in Gusty Garden Galaxy. Very simple to get, but at the same time, there's a lot of extra steps involved to get here. You gotta get all those question mark coins to spawn the rainbow star, and once you get the rainbow star, you're on a timer. Because once you run out of the rainbow star power, then you lose your chance at breaking open that said chain chomp. So the secret star here in Gusty Garden Galaxy is all about timing. If you're fast enough and can hit all of those question mark blocks, then it's a pretty easy star. Otherwise, this golden chomp star can be a little tricky. But now let's go back in the Gravity Scramble and actually complete the mission that we're here to do. Not gonna bother with the bags of star bits down below because after how it went last time, I'm just gonna run laps around the planet again, so don't really need those star bits, I'll let them go. However, I am gonna collect all of the question mark coins once again to get me that rainbow star, because that rainbow star is really helpful for breaking all of the rocks on that, what looks more like a worm planet, if you want to be honest. That said planetoid, there's a lot of star bits you can get from that, and I'm just going to take full advantage of it and make my life easier with the said rainbow star. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all these bits here, kick that piranha plant once again, and grab me all the star bits on the way to the said rainbow star. And now with this active, let's break open a bunch of rocks and get a bunch of star bits, because this is going to be a very lucrative section. I'm just going to run around and I'm going to break these open, trying to collect the star bits as I'm running around, breaking open more of the rocks, because I'm on a timer here. I don't have all day to do all this. But that's a lot of star bits on the map. So let's go ahead and collect these as fast as we can, because star bits don't stay around forever. They do eventually break. So you have to keep that in mind. They won't just stay on the map for all of eternity. Here we got ourselves a music change, which we've heard this song plenty of times. It's more of a mysterious theme in Super Luigi Galaxy. Although I would prefer the actual theme here of Gusty Garden, because Gusty Garden is one of my favorite songs in Super Luigi Galaxy. And it's a song you might even be familiar with if you played later entries in the Super Mario series, whether it be mainline games or some of the spin-offs. Gusty Garden has made an appearance in a lot of other games in the Mario franchise over the years. In a sense, Gusty Garden Galaxy has kind of become the theme song for the Super Mario Galaxy series as a whole, and by extension, Super Luigi Galaxy. So it's a theme a lot of people know, and it's played a lot of different games. Same for Good at Galaxy in some extent too. But let's go ahead now. We got ourselves the star chips. Take that launch star, over to our next planetoid here. Danger! Watch where you step. Well, I can tell there's plenty of pits around me, and one wrong move, and I'm down to the ether. So yeah, I'm gonna be very careful. Grab myself a 1-up. Hit this said switch, which will change the gravity. Now going in the said direction we're hitting it. So in this case, I'm hitting the arrow to point left. I'm now going left into this said structure. I'm gonna jump here on top of this block because it gives me a life shroom, which if you want to be honest, a life shroom in this section doesn't really do much for you. If you need the extra health, it's nice to have, but it's not until the very end where health is gonna be a problem, in my honest opinion. So let's just go ahead and hit this arrow to get ourselves to our final section. I love how I said the health is not much of a problem, and I ran to almost every Goomba since I've mentioned the health shroom, so that's definitely our typical luck around here, I feel like. Put in mouth moments galore. Here we got ourselves a bunch of cannons shooting at us, which is where the health really does matter. But it's pretty easy to dodge all those cannons. Grab ourselves the said power star, and that completes Gusty Garden. All that's left here is the Comet of the said level. So at this point, we're good to go. Now, we can go ahead and explore more galaxies here in the bedroom. And, well, let's just see if we have ourselves a comet available first, because normally I would just end the episode right here and now, but after completing Gusty Garden, sure enough, it is available. The Daredevil Comet is now in orbit. This won't be too long, so let's go ahead and jump in for one more star and take care of Gusty Garden all in one video. So, the Daredevil Comet has appeared in Gusty Garden, and this mission is Major Burrows' Daredevil Run. So, when we fought the boss earlier, remember I said this could be a tricky fight, as the timing for stunning Major Burrows does change depending on how many hits you've already done to the fight. So, Major Burrows, I feel like, is one of the harder Daredevils for this reason. It can be very easy to make a mistake here and be a little careless, and in my opinion, the hardest part about this fight is sometimes just getting the hit on Burrows because of him running around. Because if you're running around in the arena too long, he goes back into the ground, and that's where I feel like I just start making mistakes, personally. So, it's best to play this pretty carefully. I'm gonna wait here until he's close, ground pound, and try to hit him immediately when I pop him out of the ground. If he's too far away, I just feel like I never get the catch up. But now we're already in the hit 3, so this boss fight is going by really fast. All these crystals here really are useless when you don't have points in them anymore. It makes you wonder, why not star bits? Go ahead, hit the ground one more time, and run after Major Burrows to spin once more, ending the boss fight. Just be patient with the fight, and you'll be fine. If you have to stun Major Burrows again after he goes in the ground, then just let him go back in the ground and try again. It's better off taking longer to fight this guy than to make a careless error and take a hit. But with that, that is everything in Gusty Garden. So now that we're done with our first galaxy here in the bedroom, now we can go ahead and move on to the other galaxies here. And we're going to go ahead and explore more of the galaxies in this dome in the next episode. With that said, next time on Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy, we'll explore more galaxies here in the bedroom. I'll see you guys next time.